Our Computex 2025 coverage is made possible thanks to our amazing sponsors. Hey guys, we're here at Computex 2025 and we're here with, well, this new brand, Sudokoo. Let's go and check out their products. Okay, so starting with air coolers. Now, these are actually really interesting. So we've got the SK620V, which is available in black or in white, but there is a 620 non-V. So the non-V basically looks like this. Really, really clean on top, really premium looking, but I think the V is going to be the one that most people want to go for purely because V means visual. So we have this screen on top and it's got some fixed data points which you can actually monitor in the software, and basically we've got CPU frequency, the load, the CPU temperature, and then how much power it's using. This is actually a dual fan version, so there is a fan in the middle here and then there's one at the side, and they are actually claiming between 52 to 72 millimeters of RAM clearance. And I can actually show you on this one just over here, because this secondary fan where your RAM would be sitting underneath has little kind of notches, so you can push it down into certain kind of preset levels just to kind of get that extra clearance on your RAM. So really, really cool design. I'm guessing it slides out as well, so you can obviously clean it and things like that. But I really just like the kind of intricate detail on here. You can see exactly how it's been engineered. They're not trying to hide anything or cover it up with kind of cheap plastic. This just feels really, really solid. Now, on this version, the dual fan version, there is these little kind of vents on the side as well. They've actually been doing a lot of testing of how is it going to compare sort of with vents, without vents, and they found by adding these vents they can actually get to performance levels that, well, they're claiming can beat Notchua's D15, which is one of the best-selling CPU coolers on the market. Obviously a very different design to what Notchua have got with this, but really, really interesting nonetheless. Now, probably the most interesting thing is how it's going to mount to your motherboard. So this is only available for AM5. I'm guessing they've kind of read the market a little bit and said, well, you know, that's the market we want to hit because of the adoption rate. But your CPU would sit under here. This would actually kind of clamp over the CPU socket, and just straight away it's like machine pressed, like billet. It's so good quality. Yeah, I've never really seen anything like this, but really, really cool nonetheless. Now, as we move down, we have got the SK700 so that's the 620, 6 heat pipes. This is the 700 so 7 heat pipes. But this only comes with a single fan, so we haven't got the sliding rail because, well, we don't need it because obviously RAM is going to sit here. But again, we've got the V version, so in black and white, we've got that horizontal screen, a little bit smaller due to the size, still the same information, CPU temperature, frequency, power, and obviously the percentage of load. But if you don't want the screen version, then we have got the kind of, non-screen version, the non-visual version. So they are trying to cater for everyone. I believe they said this one is going to be $74, and these ones with the screen are going to be $79, whereas over here, there's a little bit more of a price difference due to the extra fan and the extra size in that, but I think it was $99 for the one with the screen, and then obviously a little bit cheaper for the one without the screen. Now, if we actually move over to here, they have got some fans which I want to show you because, well, these are really, really interesting because, well, they look very industrious, but they still kind of hold that premium vibe to it. So these are the Mac series. So we've got the Mac 140 and the Mac 120. Basically, they've looked at the market, other fans on the market, and just tried to hit all of the right points. So 3-phase, 10-pole, 12-slot FOC closed-loop control motor. You can actually see inside the middle of the hub, and it just, I don't know, has that industrious look to it, which I think is really, really unique. Now, you will also see, and the camera should be picking this up, but there is an LED light in there. If I actually get you to focus on this one over here, maybe you want to buy these fans and you don't want the LED light on. So, well, how do you turn it off? You don't need a controller or anything like that. There's no ARGB connector or anything. There is simply a switch on the back, which if I do it on this one, you can see it turns it off. Just, you know, another kind of really simple design choice. But if we actually bring the camera around, you'll be able to see that switch on the back of the fan hub itself. So I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. That will obviously help to keep costs down as well, but it just adds that extra level of customization. Now, speaking of customization, this is where it gets a little bit crazy because, as you can see here, we've got this amazing kind of diamante or diamondique design to it, and these are, well, essentially just little bits that clip onto the side of the fan. So this is what they look like, and then we've got just a few examples of how they could look. So definitely let me know in the comments section which one you prefer. Is it the kind of diamondique one, or maybe you want something with, you know, Mario on there? I think there was actually one here earlier with here it is. For anyone who's into yeah, into that. So they have got some really cool stuff. Now, other fans, they have got the Astra. This is a kind of a proof of concept that they're trying to work on. They have got 3 different designs here. So again, they probably would value the feedback in the comments of which fan blade style would kind of you guys like to see come to the market. So they've got 3 different styles here. They're just trying to really focus on what the consumer wants. They have said in performance testing, they are basically the same. So really it comes down to an aesthetic look. Me personally, I'd probably go for this one up here. I kind of think it just feels and looks just that little bit more premium to it. But the thing I really like on this is the kind of smooth casing around the outside. So they've got kind of a gunmetal grey one here, and then they've got the white here as well. I have said to them maybe a stealth black would be a good idea as well. But you have got a small element of RGB, which can obviously be controlled through your motherboard, just like you would any RGB product. Now, as we move further down, that's where we've got the Proteus. This is essentially their flagship AIO range. We actually liked it so much, we did give it our Best of Computex 2025 award. So many different reasons, but the 360 is already on the market. The 420 is just catering for those who want that little bit more in terms of performance, being able to handle the latest processors and things like that. So this has actually got a TDP of 350 watts. So what we've got here essentially is a 420mm rad, 3 obviously 140mm fans on there. They're 30mm thick fans as well, high performance fans. But the main kind of, I guess, key star of it is this all-important screen down here. So this is a 3.4-inch LCD screen with a 480 by 480 resolution. It looks amazing. I'm not sure if it's IPS. I think it is just LCD, but the quality of it is amazing. We've been seeing that a lot at Computex. Everyone's kind of up in their game a little bit, and this is just something a little bit more unique, because while you can play GIFs on there or you can put an image on there, firstly, this is magnetically removable, so it's just got some sort of quick pins on there, nice and easy. Put that back on. You can actually rotate that any way that you want, and then using the software, you can take it one step further, which if we actually come over to here, we can see the software and exactly what's happening. So there's sort of different elements of it. It's one of the cleanest software packages I've ever seen, but you can essentially have a grid system, so you can have different things that you can kind of drag over into it. So your CPU load, the percentage, the temperature, the frequency. You can do all of these different charts and things. You can add GIFs on there, as you saw on the demonstration over there. There's a lot that you can really do to kind of customize things to make it your own. And then if we go over to here, which is the computer that they're actually running the software off of, you can see exactly what they just changed there is now on the screen. And this is happening in real time as well. So it is essentially instant with kind of being able to change it in the software, pressing apply, and off you go. And of course, you can change other things within the software as well. So if we come back over and we go back, what we can see here is we've got the Proteus itself. So if we click on that, that's where we can change things and sort of move things around. Like I say, there's different grids and different sort of sizes that you can do stuff, and you can really customize this kind of to your heart's content. So we can put that one in, and then over here, it has actually changed instantly. There's no waiting around or anything like that. It's just click it and kind of off it goes. Now, there's a few other really cool things. So there is a Zen mode. Zen mode is basically just going to make it really, really simple. So if we keep our focus over here and I force Zen mode on, it just keeps it simple. To the point. Maybe you don't want sort of things constantly changing while you're maybe trying to game or something like that. You just want it static, not changing, not being distracting, so you get the choice to turn that on or off. Now, if we go back again, we've got the air cooler as well, which is next to us just over here. We've got the white version. This is the 700V. There's not too much that you can really do here in terms of customization because they are fixed. But again, it just gives you that information in real time. Then if we go back again and go to the Proteus linker, which I didn't actually mention, there is a little hub that comes with the Proteus, which does your fan control and things like that. If we click on that, this is essentially what we get. So we've got room for an external fan, extra ARGB, the fan itself, USB and power, control fan and ARGB input. Now, if you're in the, let's call it the simple mode, I guess, we do get these sort of presets. So quiet mode, office mode, performance mode, but you can actually change this to professional, where we get a lot more control over everything. So instead of having to go into your BIOS, we can just change the pump speed, we can change the fan speed, we can change the external fan if you've got one plugged in. where it actually gets that data from. Is it from the pump? Is it from the fan? Then we get our motherboard sync as well. And that's where we can change things like the RGB colors, which again, if we come over and look at the radiator, you'll see up here, we have got this LED strip, which comes as part of the AIO, and that's where you can change the lighting for that. So yeah, some pretty cool stuff here for, I guess, a brand that are fairly new to the market. I think they kind of appeared on the market about a year ago, but I think it's very safe to say that what we're seeing from them already is, well, top tier. The quality's good. We're told the performance is amazing and that they're going to be very, very aggressive on pricing. And we're also told that as a company who are based in Singapore, a lot of their stuff is actually designed and manufactured directly here in Taiwan, which is always good in my books. So yeah, what do you guys think? What was your favorite product here? Was it the air coolers? Was it the AIOs? I mean, this kind of proves my point. This was our favorite, the fact that we gave it the Best of Computex 2025 award, or these fans. I know definitely as a new company, they are going to be looking for, I guess, a lot of feedback on the design of the fans, which kind of added accessories and extras you'd want to see on their products. But yeah, it'd be good to get some of these products in and see exactly kind of if their claims can hold up to yeah, what they're actually stating. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this coverage from Computex 2025. We'll have a lot more coming for you soon. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Cheers guys. See you later. Bye bye.